She threw it in the trash, her mother's old savings passbook. Yellow, faded, looked like it hadn't been touched since 1970. The kind banks don't even use anymore. Her mother had died 3 weeks earlier, and she was cleaning out the house, throwing away junk. Old newspapers, broken appliances, outdated financial documents. The passbook showed a balance of $247, not worth keeping. 2 days later, the bank called. "Mrs. Richardson, we need to discuss your mother's account, the one with $2.7 million in it. She'd thrown away the only record of the largest inheritance in her family's history. Her name was Jennifer Richardson, 52 years old, real estate agent in Columbus, Ohio. Successful, independent, busy. 3 kids, all grown, divorced for 8 years. She had a good life, comfortable, not wealthy, but doing fine. Her mother, Helen Cooper, had died on March 3rd, 2006. 87 years old. Lived alone in the same small house she'd owned since 1962. Simple life. Quiet life. Widowed since 1989 when Jennifer's father died of a heart attack. Helen had been a public school secretary for 40 years, retired in 1984 on a modest pension, never remarried, never traveled, never spent much money, lived frugally, clipped coupons, shopped sales, wore the same coat for 20 years. Jennifer had tried to help her mother over the years, offered to buy her new furniture, a new car, trips to visit the grandkids. Helen always refused. "I have everything I need, dear. Save your money for your children." When Helen died, it wasn't unexpected. She'd been declining for months. Pneumonia finally took her. Jennifer was with her at the end, held her hand. Helen's last words were, "The passbook is in the desk drawer. Don't forget." Jennifer assumed she meant the funeral arrangements, the will, important papers. She'd deal with it later. The funeral was on March 7th. Small service. Helen hadn't had many friends left. Most had died before her. 23 people attended. Jennifer, her 3 kids, some distant cousins, a few neighbors. After the funeral, Jennifer started the overwhelming task of cleaning out her mother's house. Helen had lived there for 44 years, accumulated a lifetime of possessions. The house was modest. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, small kitchen. But it was packed. Closets full of clothes from the 1960s. Kitchen cabinets stuffed with unused appliances. Garage filled with tools and paint cans and boxes of Christmas decorations. Jennifer's sister, Linda, lived in California. Couldn't get away from work for more than the funeral. Jennifer's brother, Mark, had died in 2001. So the job of clearing the house fell entirely on Jennifer. She took a week off work, started going through everything, room by room, making piles. Keep, donate, trash. Most of it was trash. Old magazines, broken furniture, clothes moth-eaten and outdated. Helen had been a bit of a hoarder in her final years. Couldn't let go of anything. The desk was in Helen's bedroom. An old oak desk, probably from the 1950s, heavy, solid. Jennifer opened the drawers one by one. Top drawer, pens, paper clips, rubber bands, stamps from 1985. Second drawer, old greeting cards, letters, photos. Third drawer, financial documents. This was what Jennifer was looking for, the important papers. She pulled out the contents. Helen's will, written in 1995. Bank statements, Social Security documents, insurance policies, and at the bottom, an old savings passbook from First National Bank. The passbook was the old-fashioned kind, small, about 4'6" inches, green cover, now faded to yellow, the kind where the bank teller would write deposits and withdrawals by hand, stamp it with the date. Jennifer opened it. The last entry was from September 14th, 1970. A deposit of $50. The balance shown $247.12. 36 years since the last entry. The account was probably closed decades ago. Even if it wasn't, $247 wasn't worth the hassle of tracking down. Jennifer tossed it in the trash pile. She continued going through the papers, found Helen's current checking account statements. The account had $3,200 in it. enough to cover the funeral expenses. Found a small life insurance policy worth $10,000. That would help. The will was simple. Everything split equally between Jennifer and Linda. The house, the bank accounts, the personal possessions. Standard estate, probably worth $150,000 total. Not a fortune, but helpful. Over the next 3 days, Jennifer cleared the house, filled a 30-yard dumpster with trash, donated bags and bags of clothes and household items to Goodwill, arranged for an estate sale company to sell the furniture. On the 3rd day, she took the trash bags to the curb. Garbage pickup was the next morning. Inside one of those bags was the old passbook showing $247.12. That evening, Jennifer went home exhausted. The house was cleared. The estate sale was scheduled for the following weekend. She'd contact a realtor about listing the property next week. She felt relieved. The hard part was over. The next morning, Thursday, March 23rd, Jennifer was at her office showing a property to a client when her cell phone rang. Unknown number. She sent it to voicemail. 20 minutes later it rang again. Same number. She ignored it again. During lunch she checked her voicemail. Mrs. Richardson, this is Barbara Holmes from First National Bank, Estate Services Department. I'm calling regarding your mother Helen Cooper's account. We have an urgent matter to discuss. Please call me back at 614-55-147 as soon as possible. Thank you. Jennifer frowned. Urgent matter, the checking account. Maybe there was a problem with the estate transfer. She called back during her lunch break. First National Bank, Estate Services, this is Barbara. Hi, this is Jennifer Richardson returning your call about my mother, Helen Cooper's account. Oh, yes, Mrs. Richardson. Thank you for calling back. I'm very sorry for your loss. We received notification of your mother's passing from the Social Security Administration. I need to discuss her savings account with you. The savings account? Yes, account number ending in 4782. It's a legacy savings account that's been inactive for quite some time, but it does have a substantial balance that needs to be addressed as part of the estate. Jennifer pulled out her notes. She had Helen's checking account number, but no savings account. I'm sorry, I don't have a record of that account. How much is in it? There was a pause. Mrs. Richardson, are you somewhere you can sit down? Jennifer's heart skipped. I'm sitting. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. The account has a balance of $2,643.91.67. Jennifer laughed. I'm sorry, what? $2,743,891.67. That's impossible. My mother was a school secretary. She lived on a pension of $400 a month. There's no way she had $2.7 million. Mrs. Richardson, I'm looking at the account history right now. The account was opened in 1958 with an initial deposit of $5,000. Over the next 12 years, your mother made regular deposits, small amounts, usually $50 or $100 per month. The last deposit was September 14, 1970. After that, the account remained untouched. The balance at that time was $11,047. Over the past 36 years, with compound interest at the rates we were offering in the 1960s and 70s, the account has grown to its current balance. Jennifer felt dizzy. That can't be right. I just cleaned out her house. There was no record of any account like that. These old accounts sometimes get forgotten, especially if they haven't been touched in decades. We've been trying to contact your mother for years, but our letters were returned. We believe she may have moved and didn't update her address with us. Did she ever live at 428 Maple Street? Yes, that was her house until 1975. Then she moved to the house she just died in. That explains it. All our correspondence was going to the old address. Mrs. Richardson, do you have the original passbook? We'll need that to process the estate transfer. Jennifer's blood ran cold. The passbook. Yes, it should be a small green book with handwritten entries. I threw it away 2 days ago. It's in the trash. The garbage was picked up this morning. There was a long silence on the other end. "Mrs. Richardson, without that passbook, this becomes significantly more complicated. That account was opened before we had computerized records. The passbook is the only physical evidence of the account's existence and your mother's ownership. But you just told me about it. You have records." "We have internal records, yes, but to transfer $2.7 million to an estate, we need proper documentation, the passbook, or a death certificate and proof of identity, plus a court order. It's going to require legal proceedings now." Jennifer was already running out of her office. "Which landfill? Where does the garbage go?" "I'm sorry?" "The garbage collection. Where do they take it?" Barbara seemed confused. "Mrs. Richardson, even if you could find it, the chances of locating one small passbook in a landfill are—" "Which landfill?" Jennifer drove to the waste management office, explained the situation to the supervisor. He looked at her with pity. "Ma'am, your garbage was collected this morning from the Riverside neighborhood, is that correct?" "Yes." "That truck made 47 stops today, collected approximately 12 tons of waste. That waste was taken to the Southside transfer station, mixed with waste from 15 other trucks, compacted and transported to the county landfill. It's now buried under approximately 200 tons of additional waste that came in this afternoon. Can I search it?" "Ma'am, I can't let you into an active landfill. It's dangerous. It's unsanitary. And frankly, you'd never find it. We're talking about finding one small book in thousands of tons of garbage." Jennifer stood there trying not to cry. She'd thrown away $2.7 million. She called her sister Linda that night, explained what happened. Linda was silent for a long time. Then, "You threw away almost $3 million. I didn't know." "How could you not know? It looked like an old closed account. It showed 247. "Did you call the bank to check?" "No, it looked worthless." Another long silence. "I'm calling a lawyer." Linda did call a lawyer, a probate attorney in California who specialized in estate disputes. He listened to the story and gave his opinion. "Without the passbook, you'll need to petition the court to recognize the account as part of the estate. The bank has records, which helps, but you'll need to prove your mother owned the account, prove she didn't withdraw the funds, prove she didn't close the account. It's going to take time, probably 6-12 months, and it's going to cost legal fees, probably $50,000 to $75,000. Jennifer spent the next 3 weeks trying everything. She filed the court petition. She hired a lawyer. She contacted the bank for any additional records they could provide. She even went back to the landfill with a crew of 4 workers she paid $200 each, convincing the supervisor to let them search one section. They dug for 8 hours, found nothing but garbage bags that weren't even from her neighborhood. The passbook was gone. Then on April 18th, Jennifer got a call from an unexpected source. "Is this Jennifer Richardson?" "Yes." "This is Ed Kowalski. I'm a sanitation worker for Columbus Waste Management. I heard about your situation from my supervisor. I know this sounds crazy, but I think I might have found something." Jennifer's heart raced. "What do you mean?" "I was working the route in Riverside that day. I remember your street because one of the bags split open when I was loading it. I had to pick up papers that spilled out. There was this little green book. I almost threw it back in the truck, but something made me look at it. It had bank stamps in it, old ones. I thought maybe it was worth keeping. Historical, you know. Do you still have it?" "It's in my locker at the facility. I can check, but I think it says Helen Cooper on it." Jennifer met Ed Kowalski at the waste management facility 45 minutes later. He opened his locker and pulled out a small green passbook. "Helen Cooper, First National Bank, account 4284782. The last entry, September 14th, 1970. Deposit $50. Balance $247.12. Jennifer started crying. "How much do you want for it?" Ed looked offended. "Ma'am, I don't want anything. This is yours. I'm just glad I could help. Please, let me give you something." "No, ma'am, my mother died last year. I know how hard it is. Just take it. I'm glad it worked out." Jennifer insisted on at least thanking him. She wrote about Ed in the local newspaper. The story got picked up nationally. Ed Kowalski, the sanitation worker who saved a $2.7 million inheritance. People sent him donations. Over $50,000 came in from strangers who were moved by his honesty. Ed donated it all to a scholarship fund for children of sanitation workers. With the passbook recovered, the bank was able to process the estate transfer. Jennifer and Linda each received $1,371,945.83 after taxes and legal fees. Jennifer asked Linda what she was going to do with her share. "Quit my job, travel, live the life Mom never let herself live. You?" Jennifer thought about it. "I'm going to set up a scholarship fund for kids who want to go to college but can't afford it, in Mom's name. She worked in schools her whole life. She'd like that. She saved all that money and never spent a dime of it. She was saving it for us. She just never told us." Jennifer established the Helen Cooper Memorial Scholarship Fund with $500,000 of her inheritance. It's still active today, has sent 73 students to college so far. She used the rest to pay off her house, help her kids, and yes, take a few trips her mother never took. But she kept the passbook, framed it, hung it in her office, a reminder that sometimes what looks worthless is priceless. Sometimes what seems like junk is treasure, and sometimes the smallest decisions have the biggest consequences. Helen Cooper, the school secretary who saved $50 at a time for 12 years, never touched it again, let it grow for 36 years, and left her daughters a fortune they almost threw away. Ed Kowalski, the garbage man who saw a small green book spilled on the street and thought, maybe this is important to someone. And Jennifer Richardson, who learned that you should always check before you throw anything away, because you never know what might be worth $2.7 million. And now you know the rest of the story. Paul Harvey, good day.